If you're running a SaaS business that's starting to take international customers, sooner or later, you hit the same wall everyone hits. Your bank is charging you ridiculous foreign fees on every payout. Your payment processor is sending you customers in the wrong currency. And you're burning hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars a month in conversion costs that you didn't budget for. Airwallex is one of the platforms most often suggested as the fix. It's marketed as an all-in-one global payment stack. Multi-currency accounts, international payouts, corporate cards, foreign exchange hedging, all from a single dashboard. The question is whether it actually delivers and whether it's the right tool for a SaaS company specifically. Because the gap between marketing copy and lived reality with this category of product can be enormous. What's going on, everyone? My name's Eric Hunsker, and here on this channel, we look at SaaS tools the way you'd actually evaluate them if you had to bet your money on the decision. Honest about what works, honest about what doesn't. Today, we're taking a careful look at Airwallex, so let's get into it. What Airwallex actually is. Before the review, it's worth being clear about what this platform is and isn't, because it gets compared to a lot of different products, and the comparisons aren't always fair. So Airwallex started in Australia in 2015 and is now headquartered in Singapore, backed by Tencent and a list of major venture investors. It's a fintech platform built specifically around cross-border payments. The core product is a set of multi-currency accounts that let a business hold, send, and receive money in more than 20 currencies, with local account details available for the US, UK, EU, Australia, and a handful of other regions. Now, around that core, they've built additional tools: payment acceptance from customers, corporate cards for spending in local currencies, bulk payouts for paying suppliers or contractors abroad, an expense management product, some embedded finance APIs for SaaS platforms that want to offer financial services to their own users. It's not a bank in the traditional sense. It's a payments and financial services platform that holds your funds via licensed banking partners in each market. That distinction matters less for daily use than it does for legal and compliance purposes. For most SaaS operators, it functions exactly like a multi-currency business bank account. What Airwallex does well for SaaS. Let me start with where this tool genuinely shines, because there are a few real strengths that matter a lot for SaaS specifically. The multi-currency accounts are the headline feature for a reason. If your SaaS sells subscriptions in multiple regions, Airwallex lets you bill customers in their local currency and hold those balances without immediately converting back to your home currency. That's a meaningful saving when you've also got expenses in those same currencies. You're not paying conversion fees on the way in and the way out. You're keeping balances where they belong. The local account details are the second real strength. When a customer in the UK pays a UK GBP invoice, that money lands in a real UK account with proper sort code and account number. Same for EU customers with IBANS. Same for EU customers with IBANs. Same for US, Australia, and a few others. To your customer, it looks like a domestic transfer. They don't pay international fees. They don't get the bank side warnings about sending money abroad. That increases payment success rates, and over a large customer base, it really adds up. The foreign exchange rates are noticeably better than most banks. Airwallex charges around 0.5% to 1% over the interbank rate, depending on the currency pair, where most traditional banks charge 2 to 4%. On a SaaS doing $50,000 a month in foreign currency conversions, that difference alone could be $500 to $1,500 a month back in your pocket. The API and developer experience is also solid. For SaaS platforms that want to programmatic ally issue payouts to users or build financial features into their own product, Airwallex has actual documentation and reasonable response times from the support side. It's not perfect, but compared to legacy payment infrastructure, it's a real upgrade. And the corporate card product is super convenient. You can issue cards in different currencies for team members in different regions, and the spending automatically draws from the matching currency balance. That alone solves a small but real headache for distributed SaaS teams. Where Airwallex falls falls short. Now, the part where I'm going to be honest about the things that come up in real reviews from actual customers, because these are the issues that you need to weigh before committing. Customer support is the single biggest complaint I see across review sites. The pattern's consistent. Routine queries get handled fine. The moment something escalates, response times slow dramatically. The aggregate Trustpilot score on Airwallex sits at 3.4 out of 5 across more than 2,000 reviews. G2, which has a smaller and more business-focused sample, comes in higher at 4.4. The split is real, and you should take it seriously. The Trustpilot reviews skew toward edge cases and frustrated customers, but the volume of those complaints is not just noise. Pricing transparency is the second concern. Airwallex does not publish a public pricing page in the way that most SaaS tools do. You can sign up and look at the rate sheet inside the product, but the comparison shopping experience is harder than it should be. The foreign exchange spreads are reasonable, but per transaction fees, monthly platform fees for higher tiers, and certain compliance fees aren't always obvious until you're already deep into the workflow. Account changes and updates can also be slow. Things like adding a new currency, updating beneficial ownership documents, or changing tax information often go through manual review processes that take longer than competitors. For a SaaS scaling quickly into new markets, that operational drag really matters. And finally, the platform has gotten broader over time, which is kind of a double-edged sword. The original cross-border payments product was the best in class. As Airwallex has added more products, some of them feel like they're catching up to dedicated competitors. The expense management tool, for example, isn't quite as polished as Brex or Ramp. The payment acceptance side isn't as mature as Stripe. If you need any of those as your primary tool, you might be better off using a specialist and connecting it to Airwallex for the cross-border piece. Who Airwallex is actually for. So based on the strengths and the gaps, here's where I think Airwallex makes sense and also where it doesn't. Airwallex is genuinely a strong fit if your SaaS has meaningful revenue or expenses in multiple currencies. The threshold is roughly 20 to 30% of your business in non-home currency transactions. Below that, the savings on foreign exchange fees probably don't outweigh the operational overhead of using a fintech instead of a normal bank. But above that, the math starts working in your favor quickly. It's also a strong fit if you're paying contractors or vendors in multiple countries. The bulk payout tooling is one of the cleanest in this category. If you've got a distributed team or you regularly pay freelancers in 5 or 6 different currencies, Airwallex will save you both time and money compared to running those through PayPal or wire transfers. It's a strong fit if you're a SaaS platform that wants to embed financial services. The APIs are real and the documentation is workable. If you want to offer payouts to your own users, multi-currency wallets, or branded cards, Airwallex is one of the few credible options at this size. So where Airwallex is probably not the right call. If your business is mostly domestic, or if you only convert currencies occasionally, your existing bank or a simpler tool like Wise is probably fine. The platform overhead of Airwallex isn't worth it for a few transactions a month. If you have unusual compliance complexity, like operating in regions with strict regulations or industries with elevated fraud risk, the support gaps and account holds I mentioned earlier become a much bigger problem. So talk to peers in your industry who use Airwallex before committing. If you absolutely need premium white glove support, you're going to be disappointed. The product is built for self-service. The team responds well to routine questions, but they're not going to assign you a dedicated account manager unless you're at a meaningful scale. How it compares to other alternatives. 3 real alternatives that come up in this conversation. Wise for business. Simpler, more transparent pricing, very strong on basic foreign exchange. Less SaaS-specific tooling, no real API for embedded finance. If your needs are limited to convert and pay, Wise is often the easier choice. If you need that broader stack, Airwallex pulls ahead. Mercury, US focused with growing international support. Excellent SaaS experience and clean integrations. Less developed multi-currency holding than Airwallex, but better banking side experience for US incorporated companies. For a US-based SaaS with light international exposure, Mercury plus Stripe might cover everything that Airwallex would with less complexity. Stripe plus your local bank. Stripe handles payment acceptance globally and converts to your home currency. Your bank holds the converted balance. This is the path of least resistance for most early stage SaaS companies. It's also the most expensive on your foreign exchange over time. As your international revenue grows, this stack starts costing you real money that Airwallex would help you keep. The honest answer for most SaaS founders is that you'll outgrow the Stripe plus bank setup at some point, and Airwallex is a credible upgrade. The question is when you make that move. My recommendation on it is to seriously evaluate the switch when your foreign currency revenue or expenses cross $30,000 to $50,000 a month combined. Below that, the savings probably don't justify the migration. Above that, you're leaving real money on the table. And the final verdict, Airwallex is a strong tool for a specific kind of SaaS company. SaaS businesses with real international exposure, distributed teams or vendors, and the operational maturity to handle a fintech that's good but not flawless. Within that band, it's one of the better options on the market, and the math on the foreign exchange savings alone often justifies the switch. It's not a tool I'd recommend if your business is mostly domestic, if you can't tolerate the occasional support friction, or if you need the deepest product in every adjacent category. The platform is broad, and the cross-border core is excellent, but the edges have some rough patches. The Trustpilot score is real, and you should weigh it. So is the G2 score on the business side. The truth is somewhere between them. A platform that does the main thing very well, and that has stumbles around the edges that most users don't hit, but some absolutely do. So if you want to go ahead and try it out, there's a sign up link down in the description. When you click on that link, it'll bring you to this page right here, and you can sign up for your first $50,000 of foreign exchange free. As they say, that's $0 fees and 0% margin on your first 50,000 USD in foreign exchange conversions. So that's the full review of Airwallex for SaaS companies. They've got a strong core product, real savings for the right buyer, real risks for the wrong buyer, and a clear answer of when to make the switch. If you want more honest reviews of the tools running modern SaaS businesses, then subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching, but other than that, I'll see you here in the next video.